What's your guys' current relationship status? So are you single, talking stage, situationship, friends with benefits, relationship, married, polycule, sex cult? Any of the above?
Damn.
There's quite a few. How long have you been, if you're single, how long have you been single? Or how long have you been in a relationship, and what's your longest relationship?
So right now, I live with a fantastic woman. We raise her son together. We've both been married before. So at this point, after 7 years, we have decided not to get married. But we still talk about it. I think once you've been married, you kind of know what the deal is. You know that there's a 65 to 70% failure rate in Southern California. So why are you going to buy into a failing institution if you've already done it? Your car's broke. It breaks down. Why would you go buy that car again? So no, not married, but very, very happy. Probably for the first time in my life with 100% with one woman. And sorry for all the women before that I just said I wasn't happy with one woman. But yeah, that's my status right now.
And you've been with her for how long? You said 7 years with your
She knows exactly about it, but would say it's 7 or 8 years, somewhere in that ballhood. Because there was the, how do you call it, the hanging and banging days, and then, gradually you progress into a very meaningful and substantial relationship.
Okay.
Did you fall asleep on that?
I did.
No, I was captivated. I was captivated.
Very captivated.
And you said at one point, though, you were previously married. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was married for about 5 years.
5 years.
So,
okay.
look, I wanted to see what it was. So I was a guy who grew up and, to me, women were fun. And when they stopped being fun, I just found new fun. And as I started to get through my 20s, I felt like this thing inside that wasn't fulfilled. So I've always heard about true love. This is what true love, it's happiness. The movies, the books, the commercials. They tell you true love is where happiness is. So I said, I'm going to try it. So I found a girl and I tried it. Yeah. Okay. And it was a social experiment that lasted about 3 years. And we ended up total, I think it was 5 years. But I do have a son from a previous relationship.
Right. Yeah. Do you have any other kids or just the one?
I have the stepson who lives with us now, who's fantastic.
Okay. And one stepson.
Yeah, my son Tyler, he's a great kid. He lives in Portugal. And it was an accident. His mother told me that she couldn't get pregnant.
I read that in your book.
Yes.
I read Teresa, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just bring it out there, Teresa.
Yeah.
She said
It's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book. Yeah,
in the book. Here, pass me the book.
Yeah, so she said she couldn't get pregnant, but it was like the biggest head fake because it wasn't like, I'm on the pill. It wasn't any of that. It was like, I do not ovulate. And I'm 23 years old at the time, and she was 28, and I figured, okay, she doesn't ovulate. It's okay. Go ahead, fire away. And then about 6 months down the road, she says to me, oh, my God. It's a miracle of God. And neither of us are religious. She says, a miracle of God, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, how can you get pregnant? You don't even ovulate. And then she said something to me that I'll never forget. And she said, well, either it's a miracle of God or you have very strong sperm. And I was like, yeah, 23, I've got strong sperm. Later, as I got to know her, I realized that I was a big, dumb, muscular idiot who fell for the oldest trick in the book. But out of that, I got a fantastic son who I love to death.
So she baby trapped you, kind of.
I think I didn't have any money at the time, so I know
Right.
it wasn't for the money. And like I'm a half breed, so I don't know if it was for the genetics. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why she'd do that. But yeah, the strong sperm line just, is that possible? You don't ovulate that? They could go up the fallopian tube.
Oh. Hey, FDG, thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. I think I spoke with her. She's going to actually be gifting 50 memberships every 30 minutes. So if you guys want to stay tuned and grab yourselves a membership. Wait, so okay, Teresa.
You have to say her name? Do you have to say her name?
Oh, we'll call her...
my son's mother, baby mama.
Okay, baby mama, yeah, baby mama. Sorry, it was in the book, so
Baby
mama. I
mama.
read the book, but did she ever try to collect child support from you, or?
Well, she did for 18 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I had read in the book that you were younger. I think you were was it 23?
22. I was 22.
You were 22,
yeah.
and she was in her 30s.
She was 28.
Oh, okay.
29. Yeah, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, and it sounded like she was doing fairly, like she had a career, she was making her own money, you were living with her, and here you are, a young guy who it sounded like at the time you weren't really, you're kind of scraping by, and then for her to come after for child support seems...
Well, you know what? Look, as my responsibility, as my
Sure.
son, you know, as men, we need to take care. Regardless of who has more money, who does
Sure.
more, as a man or as a woman, you need to take care of your offspring. And it took me a while to learn that. When I first had him, I was playing football over in Italy, and you know, I just got a call in the middle of the night. You have a son. I said, "Oh, is he healthy? Great." Click, and that was it. Then I got home, and she did the smartest thing. Because I got home from Italy, I'd gone out and I'd partied, and she called me, and it was like 7 in the morning, and I'd been up all night, and I said, "Oh God, I'm so hungover. You know, don't come over. Just, you know, I'll see my son later," because he was 6 months old at the time. And then she actually brought him to my father's house and said, "This is your son." And you know, when I held him for the first time, you know, then it was such a overwhelming experience to realize that I'd created life, and I decided at that moment, this is my boy. You know, I have to take care of him. And, you know, I have since then. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Gotcha. Lori, what about you?
Dude, that was long. I forgot the question already.
Oh, yeah. So,
I'm a legendary talker. Whenever we do stuff
when I
together, she's
sit
like,
back,
"Dan,
I'm
shut
just
up.
go.
Dan,
Just
shut up."
so the question was, what's your current relationship status?